We begin in Rio, where a short time ago, the final swimmer, the last of the four, James Fegan, has just been given his passport back. And tonight, gold medalist Ryan Lochte, who so far has been silent on this, is now offering an apology and his explanation. It comes 24 hours after Brazilian authorities released this surveillance that showed a different scene from the initial story from Lochte, that his cab had been pulled over and that a gun had been held to his head. And as I mentioned, the fourth swimmer who spent hours in a Rio police station today after they confiscated his passport now has it back. And tonight, Michael Phelps, back here in the U.S., was asked for the first time about Lochte and the scandal and whether Lochte will emerge unscathed. We begin tonight with ABC's Matt Gutman in Rio.
The Olympian, so used to chomping gold, tonight biting the bullet, issuing an apology for not being more careful and candid in how I described the events that early morning. When this security video shows him and 3 other U.S. Olympic swimmers romping through a gas station, ripping down signage, and police say being belligerent. The worst, police have said, and the U.S. Olympic Committee agreed, lying about the facts. Broadcast on NBC.
These guys came out with a badge, a police badge. No lights, no nothing, just a police badge. They pulled us over. The guy pulled out his gun. He cocked it, put it to my forehead. He said, "Get down." And I was like, I put my hands up. I was like, whatever.
But in fact, say police, Lochte and 3 other swimmers, Gunnar Bentz, Jack Conger, and Jimmy Fagan, weren't victims. They were vandals and could be charged with providing false testimony. The news prompting headlines like "The Ugly American" and "Liar, Liar, Speedo on Fire." Here you see them being confronted by gas station attendants. The attendants appear to pick some items up, and once the swimmers find their car, a security guard blocks them from leaving and eventually holds them by brandishing a gun, say police, until they pay for the damages. Police said they paid about $50. Lochte's lawyers insist they were extorted for about $400. There's much on the line for him. Lochte, the second most decorated American Olympian of all time, rose to fame during the last Summer Games in 2012. Since then, he's had a reality show.
My philosophy is real simple. Go big or go home.
And scored endorsement deals with big names like Speedo and Ralph Lauren, worth an estimated $1 million. When asked if Lochte could emerge from the scandal, his friend, Michael Phelps, telling reporters, "We have good people taking care of it, so hopefully." Lochte was back in the U.S., but his 3 friends remained marooned here. Bentz and Conger, after 24 hours in which they were pulled off a flight, spent 5 hours at a police station, their passports confiscated, then taken back to the airport for another flight to the U.S., seen here settling in the back of the plane.
And Matt Gutman with us live tonight from the scene, that gas station in Rio. And Matt, late word just coming in about the 4th swimmer still there in Rio. Brazilian authorities now saying he's allowed to return to the U.S.?
That's right, David. We just heard from the Justice Ministry. Jimmy Fegan has paid that $11,000 to a charity here. It's a judo school in a local slum here in Rio. That means he gets his passport and he could fly home as early as tonight. That does not mean that these swimmers are out of hot water. Both the Olympic Committee for the International Olympic Committee and the U.S. Olympic Committee say they are going to investigate the incident. David.
All right, still more to come. Our thanks to you, Matt, and the team there in Rio covering the Olympics for us. Thank you.